Welcome to Wednesday's News Moto, brought to you by For Riel. Each week we partner a moto ride somewhere in Cambodia with updates about what's happening around the country. It's a fun way for you to keep up to date with events in the kingdom. Today's ride is a beautiful one that takes us through the countryside to the east of Siem Reap town, to the strange and delightful Prasat Totuong Tanai. It's located just south of the main temples in the Bakong group, and as you'll see, there isn't much still standing, but what is there is quite unusual. Access over the last little section can be a bit challenging during wet season, depending on how much rain has fallen in the preceding days. No temple pass needed for this guy though, so go and have a look if you're in the area. It's great for a morning ride. At For Riel, we donate the money we earn from YouTube to charities in Cambodia. YouTube pays us every month based on the number of views on the ads throughout our videos in that particular month. So by viewing our videos, you're helping us to earn the money. It adds up over time, and we're really happy that we can support great charities in this way. In the description of this and every For Riel video, you will find links to the charities we support. Please check out their websites to find out more about them and donate directly if you'd like to. We regularly support Cambodian Children's Trust, Heartprint and Reach. Okay, now the formalities are out of the way, let's get into the news. It is Wednesday the 15th of May, and today we build bridges, lock in and lock up, increase tourism numbers, reduce poverty and prison sentences, plus, as always, we clean up with a good news story. The 1,761-metre-long bridge across the Mekong River in Aceh province is sitting at 49.18% completed. That is a very precise number, and it's always interesting to wonder how these percentages are calculated. Anyway, with the bridge under construction, associated roads and footpaths connected to the bridge project with a total length of almost 34 kilometres are sitting at about 36.24% completed. Funded through a loan from China, the bridge is scheduled to be completed by September 2026, but the manager in charge of the construction site said the project should be completed by the end of 2025 at the latest. In the kingdom's south, the Seahorse statue in Kampot City is continuing to attract more and more national and international visitors. The director of the Provincial Tourism Department added that after Kampot Province built the statue of the seahorse spraying water, national and international tourist numbers have increased by around 60% when compared with the same period last year. That's incredible. Tourists are coming from distant provinces to see with their own eyes the seahorse spraying water in Kampot. The statue is attracting a lot of attention for other provinces as well. On Saturdays and Sundays, many local and international tourists come to visit, and tourists continue to travel from faraway provinces. I'm pretty sure every province is going to have some kind of fancy statue in the near future. Now another statistic that brings happiness. In a remarkable achievement, Cambodia lifted 2.8 million people, or 50% of the country's total poor, out of poverty in the last 7.5 years, according to the latest UNDP country program document. In the past 7.5 years, multidimensional poverty fell from 36.7% to 16.6%, and the number of people living in poverty dropped from 5.6 million to 2.8 million, the document released last month said. Cambodia's total population is estimated at just over 17 million. Rapid economic growth, averaging over 7% between 1998 and 2019, assisted in drastically reducing the poverty rate. However, income inequality is still high, and large gender and rural-urban gaps persist. Despite a high rate of labour force participation, women faced obstacles in accessing finance and are underrepresented in senior and high-salary jobs in many sectors. According to the document, after initial economic regression post-COVID recovery was consolidated in 2022. The HDI has increased by 57% overall since 1990, placing Cambodia in the medium human development category. During the pandemic, though, women were particularly affected by job loss or resigning from positions to assume unpaid care work. 21% of households with children above the age of 5 include a family member with a mild to severe disability. In addition, there is a poverty rate of 34% in households where one person living with a disability resides. Those are still pretty high figures. In a bid for mercy following the auspicious occasion of Khmer New Year and in advance of Vesak Bachir Day, more than 680 inmates from across Cambodia have applied for commutation or pardon of their prison terms. Appeals from inmates were presented to relevant authorities in a recent meeting held to review applications from correctional centres and prisons across Cambodia. The Minister of Justice and Chairman of the National Commission for the Review and Evaluation of Inmates, with Director General of Prisons, led a meeting to assess sentence commutations and pardons. The Commission meeting wrapped up with the submission of their decisions to the Ministry of Justice on Monday. The General Department of Prisons reported that there were 689 applicants in total, and 485 inmates, including 38 women, received reprieves by the Commission. Among them, 334 inmates will see 3-month reductions in their prison terms, while 130 more will benefit from 6-month reductions. Another 15 inmates were granted 9-month reductions, and 5 received 12-month reductions. 1 inmate was even granted a full pardon. Decisions made by the Commission align closely with the legal framework and royal decrees governing sentence commutation and pardons. Commutations and pardons are not offered to persons convicted of serious crimes like drug trafficking or homicide. The evaluation process ensures that only those who have demonstrated improvement and met the specified criteria are considered for clemency. Enhanced rehabilitation conditions at correctional facilities, including improved vocational training programs, expanded library access, and the overall improvement of prison environments are helping inmates transition more successfully to life post-incarceration. Despite this progress, though, challenges in prisons still persist, such as overcrowding. However, the GDP remains committed to addressing these issues by transferring inmates from overcrowded facilities to those that are less congested. The decision to grant commutations is not taken lightly and is granted in accordance with Article 27 of the Cambodian Constitution, which entrusts the King with the final authority to commute sentences and issue pardons. A royal decree issued on January 12, 2021, permits inmates to apply for clemency up to 5 times each year, coinciding with major national celebrations. And hopefully this next man won't get any clemency for his crimes. A foreign national who fled the scene after causing the death of a Moto driver whilst driving his expensive supercar has been sentenced to jail for 2 years. The Chinese national was seen driving his orange Lamborghini Huracan STO in Phnom Penh at high speed whilst intoxicated. He then smashed into a Cambodian man driving a Moto, killing him instantly. Then the foreign national fled the scene but was later traced and brought to justice. Unfortunately, it is likely he will only spend 6 months in actual jail, serving the remaining time as a suspended sentence, which seems like an extremely light punishment for killing someone. Stay safe during the rainy season. As the rainy season approaches, storms and gales gradually intensify, and some people have already been affected. The National Committee for Disaster Management is prepared to assist those at risk. The number of houses destroyed by natural disasters in just the first week of the rainy season is alarmingly high, and more damage is expected. The NCDM team is ready to address any further disasters that may occur during the upcoming season. In 2023, there were more than 1,000 natural disasters that killed and injured over 400 people and destroyed nearly 20,000 homes. That's a 31% increase in serious incidents compared to 2022. More than 18,000 homes were wiped out, along with market stalls, warehouses, schools, and other buildings. In 2022, there were 774 incidents resulting in 82 deaths and 179 injuries, with 10,643 homes destroyed. And finally, Khmer Can Do. The Ministry of Environment is set to inaugurate the Clean Cambodia Khmer Can Do campaign today, following the success of major anti-plastic drives in schools and communities across the country. The new Clean Cambodia campaign encourages students, monks, villagers and communities at all levels to dedicate at least 15 minutes every Saturday to clean their surroundings, including homes, schools, pagodas and public areas, properly collecting waste and disposing of it. The campaign objective is to rejuvenate grassroots efforts weekly, promoting cleanliness, environmental stewardship and the preservation of local beauty. How fantastic! And that wonderful news brings us to the end of this week's report. You are now up to date with all of the most important events in the kingdom. Don't forget to join us over on Instagram or Facebook if you'd like updates between these videos. We have a playlist of videos showing explorations of some of the temples around Siem Reap, and a link to that will pop up on the screen in a moment. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.